Two of OpenAI's most powerful executives just vanished from their posts simultaneously, and nobody saw it coming. The company is weeks away from a potential IPO. Elon Musk is suing them in court, and now the leadership team is quietly falling apart behind the scenes. Something is happening inside the walls of the most valuable AI company on Earth, and the timing could not be more suspicious. Here's everything you need to know. OpenAI has spent the last 2 years positioning itself as the dominant force in artificial intelligence. From ChatGPT's explosive growth to multi-billion-dollar partnerships with Microsoft and Apple, the company has moved faster than almost any organization in Silicon Valley history. But rapid growth always creates pressure, and pressure has a way of revealing cracks that were always there. Right now, those cracks are becoming very hard to ignore. The first major development is the simultaneous medical leave of 2 senior executives. Kate Rouch, OpenAI's chief marketing officer, and Fidji Simo, the head of AGI development, have both stepped back from their roles at exactly the same moment. Rouch joined OpenAI after a successful run at Coinbase, where she built the brand from a crypto niche into a household name. Simo came from Meta, where she ran Facebook's app division. These are not junior hires. These are experienced operators who were brought in specifically to help OpenAI mature from a research lab into a real company capable of going public. The timing is what makes this extraordinary. OpenAI is actively preparing for an IPO that analysts believe could value the company at somewhere between $150 billion and $300 billion. That process demands stable, experienced leadership at the executive level. Marketing and product leadership are not peripheral roles during an IPO roadshow. They are central to how investors perceive and trust the organization. Having both positions vacant or in transition simultaneously is, at minimum, a significant operational challenge. At the same time, Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI continues to move through the courts. Musk, an early backer and co-founder of the nonprofit, argues that OpenAI has betrayed its founding mission by pivoting toward profit at the expense of safety and open access. His legal team has been aggressive, and the case has kept OpenAI's internal culture and governance structure under public scrutiny. Every piece of internal turbulence now gets filtered through the lens of that lawsuit, and investors are watching closely. Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO, has maintained a calm public posture through all of this. He has continued to do media appearances, announce new model releases, and project confidence about the company's roadmap. But behind the scenes, the organizational structure of OpenAI has been evolving rapidly. The company converted from a non-profit to a capped profit entity, then began moving toward a more conventional for-profit structure to facilitate the IPO. Each of these transitions brings new governance questions, new personnel alignments, and new internal pressures. What this means for investors and observers is a simple but important question. Is OpenAI a stable enough organization to handle the scrutiny of being a public company? Public markets demand transparency, quarterly earnings discipline, and consistent leadership. Startups can survive chaotic leadership transitions. Public companies have much less room for that kind of turbulence. The fact that 2 key executives are stepping back simultaneously, right before the most important financial moment in the company's history, will not go unnoticed on Wall Street. Analysts who follow the AI sector are noting that OpenAI is not alone in facing these pressures. The entire industry is navigating a moment where the early visionaries who built these organizations are bumping up against the demands of institutional capital. Being brilliant at building AI is a very different skill set from running a company that answers to public shareholders. The executives who bridge that gap are rare, and right now OpenAI just lost 2 of them. Watch for 3 things in the coming weeks. First, whether OpenAI officially names replacements for either role before the IPO filing. Second, any new developments in the Musk lawsuit that could complicate the governance narrative.